What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Sports Exchange Podcast. My name is Tim, and next to me is my co-host Tyler, and today we are talking Week 3 college football, Week 4 predictions. Let's get into it right now.
Some of the games this week. I'm going to start off. Michigan. If it wasn't for our running game, we would have been ranked this week coming up.
Yeah.
Our quarterback, he did go. Davis Warren.
Davis
He did
Warren.
go 11 for 14, but he had 3 interceptions. That is unacceptable.
And he did get benched, right?
The guy did come in and play. I'm not sure if it was official benching, but he did get some reps.
Okay.
And
Now, Orgy's now named the starter.
I hope so. I hope so for.
I just read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he went 2 for 4 and had a touchdown.
Which is what I've been saying since before Week 1 started that Orgy should be starting.
He should be.
Because he played the majority of last year whenever McCarthy was like they were doing that wildcat
Yeah,
or they
yeah,
would do
now.
some stunts.
He's more than just a wildcat player.
Yeah.
He just needs reps. He just needs to let him have the reins, and hopefully this is it.
Yeah, and who's the running back there now with
There's
Michigan?
2 of them. There's Khalil Mullings, who's I think he's a 6'2", 240-pound monster. He ran for 15 carries and 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, and his longest, I believe, was 38 yards. And another cat named Donovan Edwards.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah, Edwards. More of a scat back, but
Yeah.
they both ran really hard. And even Orgy, or saying that right, Orgy, he 3 attempts, 27 yards.
Yeah.
So he can get out of the pocket and scramble. I was actually impressed with their defense was okay, and their running game was excellent. But in the hands of Warren, they're not a top 10 football.
They're
a
not
top
fluid at
25
all.
football team.
Yeah.
So let's hopefully the week going forward they see what we can do. It's time to step up.
Right. Because you got USC next week. We're going to get into
10
that.
game. Big Ten.
What we got next?
Well, they touch base on the disappointing game of the week for me. Maybe both of us. Georgia scraping by to beat Kentucky.
I was pulling for Kentucky so bad.
Oh, shoot! I mean,
I love to see an underdog.
Yes.
But especially when it's against the Bulldogs.
but it was like watching paint dry. Both they were just it was flat. And I just put on here in the notes. Should Georgia be number 1? You answered that before we lit up.
They're no longer the number 1 team in the AP poll.
So Texas is that team. They've earned it, and Archie Manning is a badass.
Yeah.
Yes, they played UTSP or whatever UTSP, whatever team. it
Texas
is.
Southwestern.
But he still was poised, really fast. A lot faster than any of the other Eli's.
Way faster than
other Mannings. Yeah, not just Eli, but all the Mannings. Maybe not his dad before he got hurt, or uncle, whatever, family member. But that's besides the point. I was, if it wasn't for Kentucky's turnovers, they might have pulled out one of the biggest upsets in recent history.
their program history.
Yeah. That would have definitely set them on the, like, oh, hey, Kentucky, what are you doing? So it's kind of maybe exciting to see what they do going forward. Maybe they can scrape some key wins together. And
Yeah. Now, does it seem like a lot of these teams coming out flat because there's not pressure on every game now
Yeah,
with a 12-team playoff?
it seems like it was a big game, little game, big game. So I don't know.
We've said that maybe combined 20 times we've seen a team come out flat or just really lethargic.
What would you call it, like win hungover or something? Like
Yeah, the
last
big
week?
win
Yeah.
hangover.
So let's see what Georgia does on the way back. I'd kind of take it personally, come out of number 1 myself.
Absolutely.
So That's my disappointing game of the week. And I'm gonna go with my favorite game of the week: LSU versus South Carolina. That was a game. I'm not either of their fans. I think I did say LSU was gonna win. They both teams were really good, high caliber on offense. I think the LSU's quarterback Newsomere was 60%, 24 for 40, 2 touchdowns, almost 300 yards. That's pretty elite in college. Not so much on the South Carolina side. Their throwing was a little lackluster, 9 for 16, only 113 yards. But they did have the upper hand in the running section.
Oh, yeah.
Even the quarterback scattered for almost 100 yards. I think combined they were above 300 yards, maybe almost 350 for the total
rushing?
For rushing, yeah. That was all I did. That's combined. Nah, I like pick it up. That was LSU combined. LSU almost broke 100 yards when they were running back, but he did score 2 touchdowns for him.
Yeah.
But it was answered right back by Raheem Sanders, 19 carries for 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Lenore Settlers, 10 for 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Multiple receivers had big games for LSU. 5 catches, over 50 yards totals on each, 2 or 3 of them.
Right.
They came to play.
I just didn't like. I don't know. They seem to be like really hot and cold, and they need to get. Me personally, I don't care. They can stay cold all they want.
Brian Kelly.
But no, it just seems like they're hit or miss. Even like during the game, a drive will be really proficient, and they have a 10-play scoring drive, and then they come back, they go 3 and out. They get a first down, 3 and out. So it's really inconsistent in play calling.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of either of these teams. And at some points, like you said, it came out and they're, super consistent. But it was for me a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot better than watching the Michigan game because I didn't know if we were going to lose to some shit school. So sorry, Arkansas State, whatever. But now that opened up the eyes of we're supposed to throw it to our team, not the other team.
Yeah. Maybe they skipped that day in practice.
Yeah, they could have been left out, but
yeah,
who knows? I've seen high schoolers throw less interceptions through the season. So,
I had an interception today at practice.
You
That's
got the interception?
I got the interception.
Oh.
Yep.
One hand, no hand, you got gloves?
No, coach, I got to show him catch 2 hands, high point.
Diner.
Yeah. So your body doesn't move, you move.
Yeah, it was a good game. I did not get a chance to watch this game, but I got very many Facebook updates. Wow, that's how that team's supposed to play. So I'm going to kick it off with Notre Dame.
You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And that's exactly what Notre Dame did. My uncle said that maybe like 15 times while I was at his house watching it. That's how they should have been last week against Northern Illinois. And I knew Marcus Freeman wasn't going to have them come out playing flat or slow at all. My concern is that the quarterback has still not thrown for a touchdown. Steve Angeli came in, his first drive he comes in, touchdown pass. And then I see, drawing a blank on the quarterback's name right now, Riley Leonard.
Yes.
So yeah, Riley Reed.
Leonard.
Yeah, so Riley Leonard still hasn't thrown for a touchdown pass. We're going into week 4, and he's supposed to have this offensive coordinator guru with down the field plays, high-powered offense, and he's almost getting more rushing yards than our running backs. So, got to step it up. Got to get. We got to get some touchdown passes. The defense looked stout, and huh?
No, just strong words. No.
Oh yeah, strong words, strong team. Yeah, so really look forward to how they carry out the rest of the season. If they can keep that level of intensity and focus and beat the teams they're supposed to beat, which is damn near every one of the teams on their schedule. The only ones I'm concerned about is Louisville and USC.
Do they play Michigan this year?
Notre Dame?
Yes.
No. We ain't played y'all in like 9 years.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing we win. On a side note, how were the wings and queso? I did not participate in wings and queso on Saturday.
What are we talking about?
Wings and queso. Don't you know how much you had on? This is like tagging and posting.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
Yum,
Back
yum,
at, yeah.
yum.
Wings, and we had some chip dip with queso with salsa and meat.
I was not privy to this. Ow. Finger.
That's what she did.
Jammed. Ugh.
Karma.
Karma. I was trying to pull some chains, and the chains were hit back. Still jams.
Alright, I'm sorry if you can't hear my co-host.
I'm trying to talk loud. I feel like
He's
I'm
kind of
loud.
volume deficiency.
It's either there's no in between. I'm trying to. I'll get there. I'll get there. I have to put a cone around my neck so it echoes, but
I'm just gonna get a button that just shocks you and
Ah.
make you eat you.
wake me up. It's a late night shoot tonight. Sorry. Sleepy time.
Yeah. What else? We talked to Notre Dame. We talked Michigan. We talked Georgia, Kentucky, LSU.
Touch base in the Pac-12.
Oh yeah,
It
Pac-12.
was 2. Now it's 6.
Hey.
6.
Welcome aboard to a struggling conference. Hopefully, these teams. What are the teams?
It is the ones that stayed are Washington State, and Oregon State.
Yeah.
And the one that are coming to them, coming to the conference is Fresno State, Colorado State, San Diego State, and Boise State. I think Boise State's going to step in and dominate that conference. I'd like to see if they add any other schools. I'm not sure if it's starting immediately or if it kicks off next year.
Yeah.
Because how can you have a conference with 2 people?
I don't know, but I'm glad they did something because if they would have stayed that way the rest of the year and then going into the off season in La La Land, that conference was going to have to fold.
Yeah, someone's going to pick them up.
Yeah.
Besides that, I just have a little note. I think Boise State will be one of the teams that shows out in the conference. Not really, much talk there, but Boise State is a reputable program.
Yeah.
And
I mean, what conference are they coming out of? Mountain West?
they went. They came out of the Mountain West. Yeah, 4 teams came out of the Mountain West.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Big moves.
Yeah, big moves. We'll see. We'll see what happens for the future.
Do you have anyone who disappointed you other than Georgia?
I mean, I was more Wisconsin.
There you
Wisconsin
go.
was very disappointing.
There you go.
I thought they were going to come out a little bit of a better team, but they came out flat. They came out. It was so. I was like, so my setup at home is a TV, a tablet, and a phone. That's how I watch all the games. And I'm pretty sure I went and watched the MAC. I found a YouTube live thing and decided I wasn't going to watch Alabama stomp Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing because I believe I took Wisconsin. They let me down, Badgers.
As they will every time.
And Oregon State. Oregon State also.
Oh, yeah.
I took the Beaver. I was part of the Beaver Club, and we got shaved. Shaved bad. So those 2 games
Damn
that I
Ducks.
went against, the better program and walk away a little humbled. So
Yeah. And a big shout out to the Oregon Ducks that actually stepped up and became the team everyone thought they were.
they have so many weapons. So
Right, but they've struggled every single week until last Saturday.
Yes.
And finally, we're like, oh my God, they actually have a big lead. They're actually putting drives together. They're actually stopping teams on defense.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so
Shout out to them. Shout out to Oregon for turning around. Let's
Yeah.
see if
they
can ride
They
that
didn't have a
wave.
lot of time left before they got into Big Ten play, and then it was going to be trouble.
Yeah, that's
So they needed that one.
it's gonna be fun week 4. That's another thing to touch on base. And did we talk about Archie in Texas already?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just super impressed with Archie.
Yeah. Quinn
Okay.
Ewers, day to day.
It's like,
Are you good?
yeah, I got heartburn. Sorry,
Let's
heartburn.
get-
It was coming. Tums. Dun, 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 dun. I'm watching him since high school, so it's really exciting to watch him develop even further. I think he's going to be a generational talent, honestly.
Absolutely.
Even like, they could sit that guy down, or get him a starter, and hope he's okay. So they could sit him down, and Texas would be just fine.
Yeah, Texas is going to be fun.
So either
Did-
or.
Could you imagine how better Texas would be if Xavier Worthy would have had one more year?
One more, yes, one.
Oh
more.
my goodness. Because he's killing it at Kansas City.
Yes, he is.
But people are critiquing him. It's like, he can only run straight. If it works, so?
The works don't change it,
Yeah. So what, he can't do a crossing post or whatever. Running straight works, we're going to do it.
So, I mean, that's what I have for the week.
Okay. Any thoughts on Oklahoma? They're coming into a big game this coming up week going against Tennessee.
Is that the Friday night game?
I have no idea what the date was, but Oklahoma, I was like, we're getting into it in the SEC.
Tennessee's not a pushover, so Oklahoma better be ready to come out and play some smash mouth football, because Tennessee's pretty damn good this year.
Tennessee got that high-powered offense.
Yeah, they're watch out for the orange.
What they put
and
up,
I
like
don't
a-
mean Clemson.
It's like another week they put up like 70 points.
Yes, I think it's 72.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's just it. Like, at what point the other team is just like, all right, guys,
yeah.
can you just kneel it or like just
Can we do the running
stop?
clock? I don't care if we run out of bounds. Running clock the whole way.
It's like we already started the truck. We're getting, like wasting gas.
I would say Tennessee is surprising this year. I knew they were going to be good.
We knew they were going to be good.
I didn't know they were going to be that
Not
good.
this good.
Like if Tennessee was playing Georgia this week, Tennessee would have walked away with a win.
That's gonna be such a good game
Yes.
when it actually happens.
Like I said, the SEC is going to be thick. It's going to be big.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
3 C's. 3 C's. Maybe even a Q in there.
Oh.
Yeah. They better watch out because Tennessee is very good. So same with Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
Ole Miss, Missouri had a little bit of a scare.
Yes, but didn't we call that kind of? Is it Izzo was either going to do great things or Iowa things? I mean, Florida State things.
Yeah, poor Florida State.
I actually don't feel terrible for
I
that.
feel bad for him. Yeah.
Uh,
You're ranked 10th in the nation. You got snubbed last year, and you want to come out and prove that, hey, we belong. No, you don't.
no, you don't.
No, you don't. You lost against Georgia Tech. Then you went ahead and lost to Boston College.
Mac? Was it
Uh.
Boston? No, Boston College was a Mac.
No, I think
No, they did lose though to Max School.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's been a week. Things are being flipped up as far as at work. It's crazy.
There's a limit of how many games I can track, and then they start crisscrossing with each other until I actually write it down. And I did nothing for this week because it's such an early shoot. And I was very disappointed in yesterday's performance with the Lions. So I had a little bit of a hangover with that one, literally.
Very surprising though.
Yeah, we'll get into that in the NFL episode. But let's get into Week 4 matchups in college. Also, we're going with predictions.
Yep, we're gonna hit it all with the 1-2 combo. Friday's game: 22 Nebraska versus 24 Illinois, 8 p.m. Fox.
All right. At Illinois?
It doesn't say so.
Doesn't say? I mean, usually second team is
We'll say
the home team. It doesn't matter, though. Nebraska. Dylan Raiola, that Nebraska defense. Usually Illinois is known for their defense, a secondary. But no, Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm going with Nebraska. They're too good this year right now. I haven't seen them have a bad game, so they've kind of they may have been like, ooh, wow, but they haven't had that stale, upsetting.
And they really haven't had an opponent that's familiar with them.
Yes.
So this is going to be a good one.
Let's go with for Saturday. It's another night game. Texas versus UL Monroe. Texas. That's I would put your third string quarterback.
135 to 4.
Yeah.
Two safeties.
Ohio State versus Marshall.
You know what? I have a really. They tried pushing this game on us so much yesterday on Fox during the Lions game. Oh, check out next weekend what Ohio State goes against Marshall.
Yeah, it's
That's not a big game, bro. Like,
no.
Quit trying to force it. I know you want people to tune in. No one's watching that game.
I might catch it on like the box score and the ESPN.
Or I might, you know what? There's a commercial on the other games, and it's like, oh, well, all right, Ohio State game's going. I'll turn it on. In 2 minutes, I'm turning it right back off. Ohio State.
Ohio State. Ole Miss, Georgia Southern.
Taking Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Yep.
The big one we just talked about. Tennessee at Oklahoma.
So
I'm gonna go Tennessee on this one, but I'm excited to tune into that game.
I know, because this is the game where we find out who Oklahoma is.
Yes.
We know what Tennessee's all about.
Yes.
We don't know what Oklahoma is. And I think it's going to be high scoring. I think like 42-38 Tennessee.
We're doing scores.
No, just for that one. Just
For that one, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Tennessee wins by 2 touchdowns. Just because they're cooking this year. I don't think anyone gets in their way is gonna have an issue. Number 7, Missouri versus Vanderbilt. If they came out like they did last week, Missouri's in trouble. If they came out like they did the first 2 weeks, Missouri's fine.
Yeah, I'm taking Missouri. But
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's going to show up the first half. Missouri's going to pull away second half.
Miami and South Florida. Oh, Miami, Florida, sorry.
Okay.
Not Miami.
Miami.
But Miami.
Yeah.
Hurricane. I'm going to go Hurricanes. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it with a straight face. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going Miami for sure. I don't really haven't heard much about South Florida. I do believe they're undefeated though still.
Yeah, I mean, but week start of the schedule, so.
It's another easy one. Penn State at Kent State.
Kent State, though.
I mean, it'd be a time to show all your tricks because they're coming to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And who is it? It's Kent State and Penn State?
Yeah, Penn State.
at Kent State.
Yeah, because Penn State had issues with what?
Yeah.
Bowling Green.
So
that's
I'm taking Kent State.
ooh, that's a
Bold prediction.
That's a bold prediction
Right
right
there.
there.
Kent State by 3.
Ooh, I'm gonna still go with Penn State on this one, but I'm excited now.
You Big Ten lover.
You're right, go blue.
Yeah.
Speaking of blue, USC at Michigan. That is going to be That is going to be the game to see if switching the quarterback was the right decision. Because we like to throw to our players, not the other team. I'm going to go blue. I'm going to go blue.
I can't do it. I tell you what, though, Michigan comes out and makes a statement against USC, I won't doubt them anymore the rest of the season. But I can't do it because I haven't seen a complete game.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
going USC.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If they come out with their defense like they had last week, their running game like they had last week, and some semblance of a passing game that doesn't involve turnovers, we can walk away with that. It's
Or
not-
screen. I hate teams that just do screens.
you know,
Lions.
ah,
Sorry.
he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Another good one game. Utah, Oklahoma State.
Utah, Oklahoma State.
Is Utah's quarterback still hurt? His wrist? Is he fine?
Cam Rising. Cam Rising's good. Yep.
Was it his wrist that he
bruised.
tweaked up last?
Yeah, something with his wrist or
Damn Gatorade bottles.
upper arm or lower arm.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma State.
I'm gonna go Utah.
It's gonna be a good game. Tune in. Kansas State at BYU. Late night game, 10:30.
Well, yeah, it's West Coast. It's gonna be 7:30 for them.
Oh, yeah, 10:30 for us. Okay, you're right. Yep.
You know what? BYU.
Ooh.
Go with
Ah.
BYU. I'm going with the underdogs this week. It's weird saying BYU is an underdog.
Kansas State. I'll go Kansas State because my underdog is the next one. LSU versus UCLA. I'm going the Bruins. I'm going UCLA.
I'm going LSU.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Notre Dame versus Miami of Ohio.
You beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. Notre Dame. With Riley Leonard getting a touchdown pass, maybe 2.
Or throwing picks to a MAC school. We'll see. I'm gonna choose Notre Dame. I gotta talk you down a little. You're a little too, you know. You're too
Yeah.
excited. You're a little too excited.
66-7, baby.
Oh, you know what? Louisville versus Georgia Tech. I'm gonna take Georgia Tech.
I'm gonna take Louisville.
Like Georgia Tech's offensive line is
No,
full of big
we're like-
uglies.
We're like full of different sides in this week.
Clemson versus North Carolina State.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with North Carolina State.
it's at NC State.
Yes, sir.
Okay, NC State. Yep. That atmosphere at NC State. Is it a night game?
It's noon.
Ah. You know what? Clemson. I'm taking Clemson in that game. If it was a night game with that atmosphere and those lights and everything at NC State.
Number 23, Northern Illinois versus Buffalo.
You know what? Northern Illinois is going to win every rest of the game. That way the Notre Dame loss to them is actually not a little blip. It was like, no, that's a really good
That's a
team.
really good team. We'll see.
Any team that beats Notre Dame, I'm like, all right, they're winning every damn game.
Texas A&M versus Bowling Green. Bold prediction, Bowling Green. They had a great game against Pitt.
Yeah. Pitt.
Pitt's a little
Pitt?
better than Texas A&M.
Oh, no. No.
I mean, we're just going by
no,
rankings.
No.
We're going by rankings a little Green Bay.
If we go by rank, yeah.
You heard it here first. Bowling
Who's
Green's gonna win.
who's Pitt playing?
Bowling Green?
No.
Kent State.
Oh.
No, what is it? What is they playing? Yeah, Kent State. That's the next game. That wraps up for this week's.
For the top 25?
Top 25.
All right. Anything else you want to touch on?
Just jumping right into the NFL, or the Vikings won.
No. No, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to get into that in the next episode. But if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and also check out our Facebook page. The link for that will be in the description. Go check that out. The bloopers last week were a big hit.
Were they?
Yep, big
Oh,
hit.
shit.
I'm trying to get some more in this one. I'm going to make him do the intro.
Riley Reed.
I'm on Riley Reed. I'm going to make him do the episode, or the intro in the NFL episode. So it's going to be like 10, 15 minutes of bloopers. Stay tuned for that. But, yeah, that does it here. See you next time.